Hi y'all, Lori here, and welcome back to Libra Lens. I know it's been a minute, but we are officially here at the finale of Interview with the Vampire. So when we left off, like last episode was crazy. There is plotting afoot. There is murder afoot. Claudia is thinking steps ahead of Lestat in this chess game of life right now. So Lestat just had to be an a-hole and not let Claudia go off on her own. Like, Claudia has been unhappy. She's stuck in this juvenile stage. The last time she ran away from home and it ended up so horribly, and this time she's finally like grown up. She knows to be more careful. She's gotten the blessing of her parent Louis, and then Lestat just takes it all away from her in the most cruel way with the tickets, please. Yeah, Claudia is fed up. Claudia is fed up because now they're all just stuck in this unending and eternal loop of unhappiness of Lestat's making. Louis is obviously not very satisfied with being a vampire in the first place, but at least like he loves Claudia so much and he loves being her father. So to be able to give her that gift of freedom or whatever, give her that blessing, and then Lestat now taking it away, it's not fixed anything in their relationship, even though Lestat claimed to do it because, you know, he doesn't want Louis to be sad and depressed the way he was when Claudia ran away the first time. But it's not the same scenario because, you know, Louis actually knew. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to plot this out. Obviously, they have an edge by the fact that they can talk to each other telepathically without Lestat hearing, since he's the one that made both of them. But I'm excited. I honestly can't believe it's the finale already. Like, there wasn't that many episodes. I will say though, I prefer quality over quantity if I had to pick. I wish I could get both. But for the quality, I'll accept 7 episodes in a season. Hopefully next season we get a little bit more. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I always have to do that every intro. The thing lay still. How did I forget to mention the guy? What's his name? The servant guy. Anyway, we saw him in Daniel's past. Him. So he's also immortal. Probably a Rashid. Yeah, probably a vampire.
Can an immortal meet mortality?
Good question.
Yes,
How?
several ways. Starvation. Deny the body the blood. Conversely, drink the blood of the dead. He told me as much my first night reborn. Then there's fire. Consume the body with fire and it can house no spirit. Decapitation. He confided that to me one blood-drunken night in Baton Rouge. Theoretically.
I hate this slow draining thing that he does.
But could it be done by us to him? Could the children murder the father? He was stronger than us, quicker than us, in possession of ancient powers that have been passed on to his progeny only in a diminished form. Add to the toxic air a new, ever-present paranoia. And now you are with us. We were compelled to sleep in the same chamber together again. He would have it no other way.
Like he knows.
He would have it no other way. Our only opportunity to plot would be telepathically, and Claudia, for reasons she would not yet divulge, used our advantage sparingly.
You don't want him to catch on.
But make no mistake, Claudia was plotting, quiet in her dear blind.
A relic before it's even gone to the print shop. There's 3 of us you must provide for tonight.
I've had my fill.
Louis never honored the blood as he should. Blame the teacher, not the student.
Lestat de Leoncourt. 179 years in the savage garden. 148 years the blood drinker, the bringer of death. The deer come up the trail.
Another approaches.
It's you. I'm sorry. I did not mean to disturb.
This is a private house.
You misunderstand. I've come seeking help.
Well, you came to the wrong house.
They say that Satan lives in this house. I say angels. Angels live at 1132.
Does anyone know you came here?
No, I'm your neighbor.
We'll send St. Peter our regards.
He's literally coming to you for help. Ew.
Dear sirs and madam,
Cancer of the blood.
I have the means to pay you. I'm dying. The medications aren't taken.
Enough! 2 in one night. Dolls, Bibles, letters become torches and pitchforks. We have to leave New Orleans. Clean up the mess and come to Coffin. We have plans to make.
But the
Just
architect
orders them
of those
around.
plans
Clean up the
was
mess.
Claudia. Cold, calculating.
Look how he's looking at him.
Interrupt. Sorry, I got caught up in it. You were saying.
You already have a plan, don't you?
I have a plan, and it's gonna take both of us. You share a coffin with him.
I don't talk in my sleep.
You share a heart with him.
I can cut it off.
You can't.
She knows you better than you know yourself.
You're breathing in sync together. Plan only works if he's distracted.
I can pretend. I used to see this woman, Lily, just to keep appearances.
He'll know. It'll only work if you give in. Give him all your heart, and I'll do the rest.
Wouldn't that hurt you more when you actually do it? Like, the way will kill him and then I'll be heartbroken.
I'll jump back in and pull you out before I kill him. Can you do that for us, Louis? Louis.
See why she can't trust you. You're getting lost in him already. But that can't, well.
It's best to travel light, I think. Reduce our valuables to a few trunks each.
Where are they going?
About Greece.
Oh, okay. They don't know yet.
If I know Italians, they'll be in Santorini with their guns out. And we must follow the geese to Buenos Aires.
Always back to back.
Buck is beyond you.
It's the music of a master racist. Not made for these mongrel ears.
Your very presence irritates me.
I came to make peace with you, Uncle Les.
Sister, daughter, infant, death. You must think me an idiot.
Infant death. Whose nicknames that he has for her?
A present for you, Lestat. An idea.
It must be a small gift, then.
He's just...
A weak man's
He's actually funny. Like, he's sassy.
runs like a rat.
It's not fear, but wisdom that guides our
Should be
departure.
reading him too. Like, they just read each other.
Do nothing different. Settle our affairs, prepare to leave, but on our last night, throw a party.
Okay, girl, we're filming.
In the dying man's letter, they want to know our secret. They think we've got the fountain of youth in here. They don't know. They're the fountain.
And this is the kind of thing that Lestat cannot resist. He loves spectacle and making his kills like a whole play, a whole production.
They may be nasty little beasts, but they do have excellent tailoring.
Well-dressed tyrants. Where have I seen that before?
This idea of yours, what kind of a party did you imagine?
A ball. A lavish, decadent ball.
To what end?
We invite the most beautiful, the most gluttonous, to do a choice few for a feast to remember.
You guys are not being discreet at all.
Keep pushing this party, it's gonna be on you.
I want him suspicious.
You're gonna try to kill him at this party.
There's no trying. Mardi Gras is early this year.
She's like, we are doing.
We got this.
It is ridiculous.
That's not how it works. They plan Mardi Gras balls a year out.
Everyone in costume, everyone drinking. Chaos in the streets for an easy escape.
It's not worth the risk.
I told you.
Although, if we starved ourselves for a night or several nights prior, the hunger would be transcendent.
He literally cannot resist.
You want the mister or the missus?
The mister, of course. I need to get the missus. What? No! She's the good one. You're supposed to go after the man that was just beating his girlfriend, wife, on the street, and then leave that wife. I mean, they're vampires, so no moral yardstick, I guess.
But you just got here. Seeing as it's been 17 years since we've spoken, what makes you think I give a corn-peppered shit?
We'd like to engage your services, Mr. Anderson.
We want to throw a Mardi Gras ball.
Pay our respects to society before moving on.
Where to start? One, not in the party planning business. Two, it's January. You're a little bit behind the gun. And three, this is me and your two-tone daddies, circa 1910. And can you tell me, little girl, what's wrong with this picture?
No.
You didn't have that funny X on your face back then.
I mean, this is all good and sufficiently creepy. What do you want?
I want to be Raj.
King of Mardi Gras.
Him?
We know you're on the committee.
The Committee of Raj is a secret and sacred group of citizens bound by honor and tradition.
You've expanded your export business, shipping coffins from port back to Europe.
Shipping and manufacturing. Good margin, product in high demand.
You lost one of your ships recently.
Wait, he ships coffins. Is that code word for shipping vampires
Do one.
across the country? Oh, okay, that's money.
Just one question. Where do you meet the devil? And what are the terms of the agreement?
The crew of Raj had been 3 years in planning their Mardi Gras theme. They abandoned it within a week once the Parisian law firm of Roger and Albert had transatlantically wired their bride.
Money talks. As they say. I've also never been for Mardi Gras. And with everything that happened in New Orleans this weekend, pray for New Orleans, y'all. I've been once and it was great. It just wasn't Mardi Gras.
And the paper ticket to the event was a brick of gold for the insatiably curious.
I served as the plaint.
It was a masterful month of preparation.
You aimed at the navel, seduced the seducer.
By the time we began our fasting, Lestat would have told you the entire endeavor had been his idea to begin with.
Because he can't resist.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll go without the blood for 3 nights preceding the ball.
At the ball, Ruby and I will be following you, Lirina.
Maybe pluck 1 or 2 for ourselves. We'll ask them if they want to be young forever.
Louis is so not convincing. But I feel like Lestat wants him to be into this shit so much that he's just like, okay, whatever. Because how is he not suspicious that Louis is suddenly like, oh yeah.
So fire? Behead the bastard?
She wouldn't tell me at the time, as I was slipping back into old feelings as she said I would. But I would know soon enough. Poison the bait was the game. Make it appear as if the flesh was drunk. His victim's veins were swollen with a paralyzing brew of laudanum and arsenic. Claudia could taste her freedom.
Yeah, but how'd you get an all-powerful vampire? Poison the blood. This actually nothing he's gonna go for. He is living his drag fantasy. Okay, queen. Is that how it is? What? He literally does not care. I guess they have tickets to Rio, wherever. Oh, they look so cute. Like they actually look like siblings. Louis and Claudia.
The veins and arteries of a few hundred hearts.
I also hope Louis and Claudia themselves being starving will now not like lose control. Louis especially.
I followed Claudia's lead as best I could, scouting the rooms for varietals of death.
Some of these masks are just disgusting.
Would you like to know the secret of immortality?
Of course, my dear. Who wouldn't?
Good seeing you out of uniform, Chief Bardi. You are a man who appreciates power.
Tell me more, Mr. Duval.
All these people that they don't like.
We heard you've been ill all these years. You don't appear ill.
Rumors. Now, which one of you did I pull under the stairs during that dull lecture?
That would be me. And that was my late husband giving the lecture.
And did he talk himself to death?
And they're actually laughing.
Your Majesty, I'd like to introduce you to the McPhail brothers, Matthew and his brother Mark.
The little half masks.
Is there rosemary in your garden?
Just below the porch. Our mother planted a whole bushel this past summer.
Did she? The king finds himself suddenly famished. Would you excuse me?
A cascade of feelings came over me as I watched him sponge up the adoration.
The longing in their eyes. Jesus. Get a room.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
That was my fear.
Something was off.
You miserable dogs.
Not him bringing her here. He really deserves to die. Die.
What dog?
You just said something about a dog.
Oh.
I said no such thing. You're just hungry, Louis.
You heard what I said just now, didn't you? It's the dome. The architect that built this place made the U.S. Capitol. He made it so you could hear the sniping and whatnot across the way. Those are the whispering gallery. How you heard me over the band? Gotta be one of those tricks that you and your fag, pederast, satanic trio got in your pocket.
The way these people just be talking. They're not scared of getting...
Hell of a party!
No.
Don't make me slap you!
You know the secret to immortality?
Never get married.
Such an asshole. Well, for a woman, yes.
Now that you have your boat, don't you want more?
King's hair has betrayed the king. Was that a witticism from the Duke of Gloom himself?
Hunger's got me lightheaded.
I'm gonna miss this place. There's not an inch of this city that wasn't built from the fierce wilderness that surrounds it. Hurricanes, floods, fevers. The damp climate on every painted sign, every stone facade. High windows through which enamel bits of civilization glitter. Silhouettes emerging, wandering out to catch a silent flash of lightning. The sucky warmth of summer rain.
Don't let him break you, Louis. I don't understand all this looking into each other's eyes I'm seeing happening. He's still a piece of shit. Keep that in mind.
The hunger has me too, it seems.
Boutonnieres have all been given out. Ready when you are.
The last dance before the feast.
I'd like that very much. So much would be written about that grim night in New Orleans, but not a single mention of our last hour at Latrobe's, as if the only crime unfit to print took place on that dance floor.
I forgot what time period we're in. Like, everybody's staring like, what's going on? And they just don't give a fuck, as they should. The music sounds pretty modern though.
It was my sole duty to distract Lestat, but in his mirrored eyes, the distraction reflected back onto me, and in the dead center of the whispering gallery, I lost the thread to my plotting.
So we said, you see you. Have some self-respect, Louis. Have some self-respect. This man beat you up, dropped you from thousands of feet. They just want you to want better. I know he's hot, but like, love yourself.
May I finish this dance?
If he'll have you, sister.
We shouldn't do this.
Too late. I've done it already.
Who?
Just now, one of the twins. He'll be dead on his feet in an hour. Wake up!
When she was introducing them to him, and he was literally smelling them. Oh, you smell like rosemary. That's not rosemary. That's your death coming.
So he traveled to Spain to have it translated. And on his way, he met a Jewish converso who told him he was in possession of the book of Abramelin the Mage.
We're all pretty drunk here, Lestat.
I feel like he's just making this shit up, like...
The bookseller dedicated the rest of his life to reproducing the alchemy within that book, and one sits before you all now.
They won't gasp me.
That's what's in a punch bowl?
Amritra, Shasmai Kausa, the Philosopher's Stone, the elixir of life. I drank it as a young man. I recently passed its powers to my friends here.
This is something.
Claudia. Born 1903. I drank the water in 1917. I'm 36 years old.
Born in 1878, I drank of the water in 1910. I am 61 years old now.
Lestat de Lyoncourt, born 1760. I drank the waters in 1794. 180 years old.
Me that later.
Not the. You can't go it.
It's empty.
Not for long time.
Yo, what? The elixir of life. You are the elixir of life. Ah! Man, just jawless. Of course, they lock those doors. She looks like Carrie Loki. This is so iconic. They look like siblings, like triplets even. She definitely just flew. I don't want to die. What is that? Like, what body parts is that? New Orleans music. Oof.
No, you don't have to do this. Please don't do this. No, please don't. No, get out.
Ew.
No. Oh dear, you broke up the pair.
Louis couldn't resist.
I'm sorry, my love.
These people cannot act.
How generous of you.
What's that? What is that? Who is that? I told you I'm making it so obvious.
Rosemary. And something else. What is it, my love?
I think it's the gin.
I wasn't talking to you.
Laudanum.
He turned this stupid bitch. The eyes don't even hit on her, like, fuck off.
Eavesdropping in on things that she shouldn't.
Too late. I've done it already. When? Who?
Oh, and he basically turned her because she can hear them.
One of the twins. He'll be dead on his feet in an hour.
She should never have been made, Louis. Look what you did to us. She's corrupted everything. Antoinette will be much more agreeable to our life together.
Ew, what do you mean Antoinette? Now you're gonna force him to live with your lover? Your other lover? Uh-huh. Go, Claudia. The way she just stood up was so unnatural, like it was perfectly vampiric.
You must think me an idiot. She was at the ball tonight, not just the ball. Laudanum and arsenic?
You're gonna try to kill him at this party.
I have a plan, and it's gonna take both of us. Train's leaving in an hour. Get off that bench.
Oh, that's how he knew she was leaving. And that's how Claudia put it together. Because I'm sure Claudia's like, how did he know? Yeah. And that's why Claudia was like, Louis. She's actually hilarious.
He who called you him. Always the petty slights with you, Uncle Les.
She knew he couldn't resist. Because he was such an asshole. I too would not be able to resist. So. Ah, Claudia, my queen. Set Louis free.
Have your goodbye.
Yeah, Antoinette died, please.
Louis!
Why are you calling for him now? After you're about to make him live with your lover and kill his daughter.
Oh, you're joined by a cord that you cannot see, but it is real.
I'm sad, but you gotta do it. Cut that head off. Stab that heart. Do something.
I have loved you with all my soul.
Oh, yourself was very evil to do, like...
I'm happy it was you. You're with me, Oliver.
Blood poured out of him as it might never pour from a human being.
You're supposed to chop the head off.
All the blood he had filled himself with, he lay now on his back.
This seems cruel, because, like, how long does it take for a vampire to bleed out? Not be feeling bad for Lestat, but... like, I just want, like, a clean death. As opposed to, like, choking on your own blood.
Mets-moi dans mon souci, Louis, Louis.
Put me in my coffin, Louis, Louis.
His irises rolled to the top of his head. The whites of his eyes went dim. This horror that had been Lestat. I stared helplessly at it. The thing lay still.
The thing lay still. What's the title?
The house on Rue Royale would soon become the focus of all too many questions.
Oh, she wasn't dead. Yikes. I actually low-key feel bad for her because Lestat's also brought a lot of pain to her life.
And cleaned up the evidence of our most elaborate kill. Almost.
Why wouldn't you just burn him? Exactly. Just burn him with everything else.
I've killed so many, just no one out.
Don't know if I can. Just load him in like he's one of them. It was as if we'd expected Lestat to disappear in a puff of smoke.
Didn't know there was gonna be a corpse.
So what did you do with it?
We wrapped him in a carpet. We threw him in a trunk and left him out with the garbage. We got in our car and drove away, headed straight for the port.
Boat for Havana.
Another boat, a merchant vessel, newly christened and headed for Europe.
The boat you bought Anderson.
Oh yeah, okay, and I was like, yeah, if you're shipping coffins, you might as well be shipping vampires.
Well, isn't that neat and tidy?
There was a ship. We did get on it.
Yeah, I read that, the first 50 pages. Not exactly the adventure of our lives feeling I'm feeling.
It was a traumatic escape.
She didn't say that explicitly. I mean, maybe in some of the pages that got torn out, more like with a ruler, but there's a feeling that she hated your guts there for a while. Why is that?
I was haunted by my brother's death, by the abandonment of my sister, by the murder of Lestat.
Murder? What murder? It was an act of mercy. You didn't kill Lestat. You spared him out of some fucked up idea you had about love.
Exactly. Why didn't you just burn him? Like,
you were shot point blank by an alderman. You were dropped 1,000 feet and survived. You torched Antoinette just to make sure.
Exactly. So why didn't you torch Lestat?
You take the trash down to the street, and some guys show up in a truck and they throw it in the back. They take the trash to the dump. And having lived 2 blocks away from the dump just outside of Fishkill, New York, I can state with authority what else you'll find there. Big fucking rats. Enough blood in them to bring back the dead, especially one in a trunk with locks on the inside.
He's literally alive.
The biggest rat eater of them all.
The session is over.
How many days in the Islamic year? How many names are there for Allah?
355 and 99.
I couldn't burn him.
But Claudia could.
No, she couldn't.
He recorded his last words in his own blood.
The sun's coming up.
No.
We have to burn him.
No.
It's the only way we'll know.
No! I said no!
Okay, so now we see what actually happened.
You cursed her into the darkness. You chose Lestat over her time and time again.
You've only heard half the story.
Stop. 144 years of life. Still Louis the pimp. Paying a whore to sit in a room and talk with you.
You got some story you want to tell the whole world about yourself?
When you hear it, you'll be ashamed. Ashamed of what you say to him now.
This is the same shit that happened in San Francisco.
Not exactly.
How's it any different, Louis?
This time I won't save your life. Louis can sometimes act out.
He's literally flying. Okay, so he's definitely a vampire.
That night in San Francisco.
You were there.
You don't remember, do you?
Oh, that answers my bookshelf question, because I was like, why the hell are the shelves so high? Okay, so Rashid is a vampire.
But I saw you standing in the sun.
As we age, the sun loses its power over us.
Ooh, so
514-year-old vampire.
So he's older and stronger than Lestat, I guess.
Daniel Malloy, I'd like you to meet Vampire Armand. The love of my life.
I'm actually gagged. Because he moved on from Lestat. And the mind is kind of cute. Not that being the end. Oh my god. A whole season done. And they succeeded, but they half-assed it. Because why would you not just burn him? He literally asks, how do you kill an immortal vampire? And Louis lists out fire, beheading, the blood of the dead, and the sun, right? It's not like you gave him the blood of the dead. You just put laudanum in a living person's blood. So, ergo, the next thing you have to do is either fire or behead, which is what I thought Louis was going to do. Why did he just like slash his neck? It's not really adding up. The fact that he just introduced him as a vampire and he didn't use the name Rashid, he said his name is Armand, is insane to me. So now I'm wondering when exactly Louis gets with Armand, because in the 1970s when we saw him, I thought he was just like on his own, like, you know, traveling, doing something, but that means he was with Armand. So where's Claudia? Right? Like, we've just seen him separate from Lestat, but now we're about to be on like Louis and Claudia time. So where does Armand come in? Like, is he just in the 70s, or did they meet even before that? But I mean, this show was amazing. Like, I'm so glad I finally took the plunge to watch it, because I knew it was up my alley, but I didn't know it was going to be this good, to be honest. I've enjoyed every single episode. I feel like we've had a lot of really great character development, from meeting Louis at the beginning, where he was just this like rough and tumble guy trying to like make it on the streets of New Orleans with his whorehouse and gambling house, and was out on the street like threatening his brother with a knife, to now where he's literally beheading, or fake beheading, slicing the love of his life at the end of, you know, the whole show. I don't think we would have seen it for him. I never saw Louis as like a plotter, but obviously it made sense with Lestat. Literally drove them to it. Like, they had no choice. He had created this prison of unhappiness for them, where they all had a little part to play, and they all like quipped at each other, jabbed at each other, drank, and were just like locked in unhappiness. And I don't understand why he was so determined to preserve it. Like, you could say it's loneliness, but at the same time he was, you know, going out and cheating with Antoinette. So if he was so scared of being alone, like, you would think he would think, okay, me and Louis and Claudia have become unhappy, whatever, let me go where I'm wanted or where I feel happy. But no, he just wants everybody to be like stuck together and unhappy. Even Claudia, that he doesn't even like he should have just, like what Claudia said at the end, he really should have just let that train go. I don't know what he was thinking. But I am very excited to see season 2, Louis and Claudia off. I wonder if they're gonna head to Havana and Rio like they planned. I mean, I would think that would be sort of stupid, because if you didn't kill Lestat properly and he knew that that was where he planned for y'all to all go, like, it would be stupid to now go there without him, because he could easily find you. But maybe that's part of the plot of next season, that like they'll be off together and then Lestat will now be alive and come back. But I mean, we don't see him now in present day, so I have no idea what's going on there. But, you know, thank you so much to everyone who stuck with me. I'm really proud, because this is the first show I've officially finished like a whole season of. I think we're gonna be doing movies very soon. I'm gonna be doing some community posts and things, but just leave any suggestions of any movies that you think would be a good first time reaction, and I'll be happy to go through. If there's any really good suggestions that I think, you know, would be something I'd like, I'll definitely watch it. Thank you so much for your support. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know your theories for season 2 if you haven't watched season 2. If you've watched it, I don't need any theories, honestly. You can tell me what you thought about this season and tell me what you thought about my reaction to anything I've seen already. But I'm gonna try and make season 2 come out pretty soon. I've got a couple of other shows to bring out episodes for first, but we'll be back with season 2 ASAP. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you in the next video. Bye.